Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new It's a Progressive World watch along. As always, you can probably find timestamps down below. And please like and subscribe. Alrighty, Sam. So we're gonna watch another PBD video. They're too much fun, value entertainment, Patrick Bet David. The only issue is, I mean, this time we picked one, but it's like which one? It's just like non-stop. He has hilarious entertaining content. But we've settled on one for now, which is a very recent one. We'll get to it. It's on Trump and Tucker and all this. I guess it was recorded right after the Republican debate, primary
I
debate.
I I think so. If I'm not, as you say, we have been watching so much PBD. And they come from the last year or so. So I don't. My
No, this one
timeline is
is
really
for sure.
confused right now.
Because he
Yeah.
talks about Vivek and all that. So
Oh, all right. Nice. He's a Yeah, man. His insights, his teammates' insights. It's just amazing, unbelievable takes.
it's
What do you
incredible.
think
It's incredible. I
before we
guess.
watch this? Yeah.
Guess that's what it takes to be successful. I don't know, be able to give some takes like he does, which will listen to with so much confidence. I mean, this isn't even the craziest, most funny video of his,
No, no.
perhaps. I
It's
mean,
like no.
I don't know
I
which
mean,
one
there
of it.
is one bit
Yeah,
in this that is a true standout, I think.
it was.
It's in the title, so I'm not
Yeah.
really spoiling, but so maybe you can read the title perhaps.
So the title of this watch along that we're going to do right now is Alliances Are Being Built. And Patrick Red David is going to tell you all about alliances. Anybody who doesn't have an ally out there, you'll find out soon what you're missing out on. Do Trump, Tucker, and Musk have a master plan? Well, I mean, according to PBD, they do.
Well,
And maybe we should stop
uh,
making fun of him. You know, if someone named this successful, maybe we need to find allies. Okay,
we need to find out. PBD, will you be
I'm
our
not sure by ally if he
ally?
means staff, because at times it kind of seems like he's
No.
talking about like staff members, and sometimes he's
Yeah,
talking about ally.
I think
Kind of blurs the line a bit, I feel at times,
I
but
think
we will see.
yeah, I think he may have mistaken just any form of human communication for we are allies now. We talked on the phone. We are allies. No, we just yeah. I think he used the term allies very loosely
Yeah.
and very widely. He casts the wide net, man. PBD casts the wide net. Just it's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, I think in this video they're talking about. So we just had the Republican
Debate.
debate without the only guy who we all know gonna become the Republican nominee. So it was the most ridiculous
They
debate
actually,
ever.
PVD actually makes a good point about that, or his guest, about
Oh,
how
does
these
he?
people were lucky that Trump wasn't there, so nobody's watching how big of a loser they are. Like people like Nikki Haley and all that. But
Fair enough. No, that's a
and it was
I think
good
that's
for
a fair
Vivek.
point. Uh as yeah,
He seems
I
to
mean
have stolen the
yeah.
show. I mean, again, I think I would have stolen the show
He's a
too. I
media
mean, if I'm
creation, I think. Yeah,
the
yeah.
people that he was, I mean, Nikki Haley, Mike Pence. I mean,
Chris Christie, you don't think
Chris
Chris
Christie.
Christie's come on. That just the sheer size of him should attract some people. Just I heard from physicists that if you achieve a certain amount of mass, you start to have a gravitational pull. So I assume Chris Christie was able to gravitate some people towards himself.
By the
So no,
way,
yeah,
Trump
yeah.
was getting his mugshot taken and all that because
Oh
he's
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah,
Atlanta,
it's so good.
and because of
Saw
that,
that.
apparently they weighed him and they also released his height. Man, Trump is not fat. His weight makes no sense. He's not fat at all. Like if that's the case, unless his
His weight
legs.
makes
No, no.
this.
He probably doesn't have one bit of muscle because he says that it doesn't work out. And his legs are probably like super skinny or something because he's only like 95 kilos, which is about like 15 kilos
No
more
way.
than
No
me. And
way.
he's 6 foot
What?
4. That's what
You're
they're saying. Let me
mistaken.
bring it up. I swear it makes
Can be.
no
He's
sense.
sick exactly. With six, yeah. Okay. Forget about what Shalon.
You see, this is new. This is new. Okay, 200 Telegraph says 244 pounds. Okay, maybe I was 244
How much is
pounds in kilos. Ah, okay, 110. Where would it? Okay, okay. That makes a lot
slightly
of
better,
sense.
but it's still surprising, I would say.
But
But
who said that?
wow. Well,
Where did
yes,
I
such a
swear
big
on my
belly.
life I read 94 kilos today. But yeah, okay. I mean, here, okay,
Okay,
Fox
calm down.
5 is saying 215 pounds. Okay, they want to charge this guy.
115?
Let's get his weight first properly. Then we'll move on to, you can't even, nobody has a scale there. Nobody can accurately.
Yeah.
Where did I just read 200? No. Okay,
Nah,
you see, there
maybe
you go.
the
So
whole maybe that's
fake news, and
older.
I don't take fake news. Um,
Maybe that's an older rain.
yeah, 97. This was, yeah, from 17 hours ago, but yeah, maybe no, because okay, and you see these,
What's
okay, these
what?
indictments at least they're leading to something. At least we're getting
Yeah,
his
they're
weight.
leading
I
to
think.
facts. They're they're
But look,
they're
wait,
leading to a
why are there
trail of
so
facts.
many different ones? Is there not an official
I
here
mean, for
too?
actors, famously, it's hard.
Washington Post is saying 215 pounds. So I nearly
This
okay,
is
hold on.
so
Let me
weird.
open this article.
This
Hold
does
on.
not make sense. Okay, we are doing a read the yeah.
Near lighter than his disclosed weight at the time of his last official. Okay, Trump booking record declared the former president at 215 pounds. And if your
Oh
scale is broken, forget about Jesus Christ.
no,
These people can't
that's what
even.
this is. No, this was what they this is what his team said. 215. So he
No, look,
probably
no, the
said
opposite.
no. That's what no read Trump's booking declared booking record. Declared the former high.
Yeah, his booking record.
Oh, you're right. Oh, goddamn, you're right. The fuck? Okay, this does not make any sense
From now
whatsoever.
on, I'm just gonna everybody. We big mistake making fun of Trump and all this. No, he is the Jesus and the God. He said no more exercising and eating McDonald's. That's it. All I'm eating for now is McDonald's, and maybe he is right. Exercising kills you sooner. Actually, I think
Fuck
everything that he's
this.
ever said, he was right. That's it.
How? He has like a full on, like a full on, what's it called? Turkey neck. How would this is bull, man. This is tall people's fucking. I hate tall people. Like, god damn it, they can be fat and they're still like thin or something. It's bullshit.
No, they just don't know how to weigh. There's something
You
I don't know.
think they
Maybe
don't know how to
somebody
weigh
else
in?
can explain this.
This is so weird. Yeah, no, I even 110 kilos, I would have been. So I would
Even
have
that
said it's
is
sort of
even
under.
that exact because he's
For based on the pictures we've seen of him. I am I
no, yeah.
wrong?
No,
Am I
his
wrong or
legs are probably like, like he probably
super
literally
thin?
has chicken legs and
Literally? Like,
no muscles
yeah, they're
whatsoever, but
implanted.
still that tall, that fat looking based on what you see. I mean, he's wearing a suit, so that hides it so much. If he was wearing a t-shirt,
But when he's doing a polo, Google his
golf.
when he's playing golf, yeah, and he's wearing polo shirts. He looks fat and he's so big. It's just yeah. God damn, this is what happened,
Mhm.
by the way. This is how Trump got elected. People were like watching politics, and this guy showed up and was saying, "I'm running," and people are like, "Nah, that's a joke." But let's
Maybe he's
let's
actually
look into
not
this.
that fat
No,
though,
wait.
actually.
Look, no man, come on, that belly. Look at that belly. Okay, he's not that fat for his age. I would agree with you. He's not obese for an American, to be honest. Yeah, you're right. But 110 is particular. I don't know.
What's this book called
Maybe.
again? The Art of Deal. I'm gonna go buy it. No, this guy knows
Yeah, yeah,
everything in
yeah.
life. Okay. The only bad thing is probably he didn't write it. I'll be like, no, I want the original manuscript that Trump gave, and I don't want
No,
the edited version. You
that's
guys
actually
probably ruined
true.
it.
That's actually true. There is a famous guy who was his ghostwriter, and he's famously now anti-Trump or something. So yeah, you need to
No,
watch him, man.
actually,
You
never
can't,
mind. The
yeah,
guy's in tip-top shape. All this
yeah, tip top
fake
shape.
news about, look at him,
I don't know
my new idol.
about tip top.
No, no, he's in tip-top shape, sir. Okay.
Tip top is that tip top? What about the guy next to it? I mean,
At
yeah,
his
he's
age,
for his
Trump
age.
probably had a 9-pack. The way that things are going.
So yeah,
The
things
first
are
9-pack in history. Not 6, not 8. He had one more.
nine. Added one on the top, just the penthouse for for the parties. No, it's yeah. I mean, yeah, he got it. Yeah. By the way, I mean, I
And nobody
really
better make fun of his golf because that I would not believe. I'm pretty sure he's good at golf.
apparently apparently he lies about it though. Like
No,
he says
others
things that
lie, Sam. Others lie.
yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I've I've yeah. I'm still learning how to become a believer, I
Yeah.
suppose. I'm still new to this game. Yeah. No, you should not even question anything about it. But do
Okay,
you
let's
think
go to PBD.
yeah, all right. I think
What were you gonna say?
no, I was just wondering if do you think they're gonna put him in jail?
They better not.
Cameo
There's
will
ever a
show up.
cause, I'm going to get behind that. I'll go give them
Yeah.
Cornell. I'll be like, listen, Trump, we still don't know how much he owes in taxes. This guy we know, okay? And he's been made 5 times. Trump only 3 times. And he doesn't lie at least.
And we don't know if he's American citizen. We haven't seen tax record. We haven't seen any. We don't know. We don't know anything about Trump. Yeah. Mm.
But
Yeah,
okay,
you're right. That's a
let's go
story.
to another phenom. The one and only PBD. Wearing a pretty
You know,
interesting New York Yankees kind of shirt. I've never seen anybody wear such a shirt. Nice shirt.
uh,
Interesting.
it
It looked brand new.
it's looks yeah exactly looks brand new.
But
Yeah, I mean I
hey,
like it.
with the
I
money
like
this guy
it.
is making, I mean, he can literally wear this shirt now and throw it away.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's the yeah. Do you think? By the way, do you think how much he
Take me
gives me a
under his
vibe of
wing.
somebody who's living like a really good life, but then in like his 50s and 60s, suddenly they find him in a boat in a swimming pool, and it turns out all the money was stolen from a pension fund or something. Like
Nah, he
it just
doesn't
gives me
give me
that
these
vibe.
vibes. No,
No,
actually, I don't know. I don't get
no.
these. He's just
Was he MLM
too
man?
happy and just too good. And I
Yeah,
mean, the
that's the
amount of
thing. That's the
satisfaction
thing.
from talking into a podcast, the amount and this much nonsense and getting these views, the amount of I don't know good chemicals that go to your head. This will repair the worst kind of depression anyone has ever had. The
No,
amount of
not
satisfaction this guy.
depression. I'm implying like a I mean I was implying like a Romanian money laundering scheme would go wrong at some point and then he would get murdered and then it
Listen,
turns out he's been
no
scamming money.
man. If
But
a business could
the thing
not
that
get more transparent than this, we can literally like calculate how much money
no
this
this
guy makes at the bare minimum.
no his real money was made in like insurance business in MLM
And that too,
apparently.
and this on top. So I mean, he doesn't
I
need.
think this
I mean,
is
you. How
I
much
think
does
this
he
is the
probably
real
get
business
paid?
now.
How much does he probably get paid for this Khabib thing? Probably a shitload to do these kind of things too.
I think he paid Khabib to do
Oh,
this.
because that's his own thing.
I assume it was his own thing. Yeah, I assume he's the producer of that stage, and he seemed. That's the thing, man. I think though, I'm so happy that he was successful in his insurance scam. I am so happy he was managed to scam those people because I think this is his dream, man. Have you seen him? How happy he is, how present he is when he's doing his podcast. I don't think I've seen anybody just enjoying their work this much. And he's like, yeah, Adam, let me talk about that now. Let me contribute. Like every discussion he wants to be in, every analogy he can make, every math he can calculate right there. Like, show me the views. Yeah, I give you a free consultation right now based on those views and those replies divided by the dislikes and time is spent, and okay, I think this is a successful business, buddy. It's I think he's genuine. Like, I don't think he's a liar. I think he's the most genuine man
Yeah, that's what I was
online or
saying.
something. No, he's genuine. I don't think just being genuine is enough to prevent the money laundering scheme from going wrong, though. That's my
If he
two
did money
cents.
laundering, I'd go and slap him in the face and be like, why?
I don't think he knows. I think it's just some Romanians showed up and were like, you know, you need to go and sell this insurance. Don't worry if it's like good or like, just sell it. And he was like, yeah. And then he was so good. The actual, like, the money laundering scheme actually worked. He was probably making profit. He wasn't supposed to. Like, you know, like, we don't know, don't make profit. We don't want IRS looking into us.
He's incredible.
He's
Kudos to
He's
him.
incredible. I cannot take my eyes off of him.
So
I
let's
have to
watch a
say.
bit of them on that note. Let's
Yeah.
go. So back to this video. Alliances are being built. Do Trump, Tucker, and Musk have a master plan? Go.
Trump versus GOP. Obviously, Fox is the former employer of Tucker that fired him.
Yes.
And Tucker goes on his own. So obviously, they're not good.
Thank you.
Obviously, Trump isn't good with Fox the last 12 months
Correct.
because Fox has gone team DeSantis, some would say. It's any team but Trump.
The enemy of my enemy is
Is
my
an ally.
friend. There
So,
it is right there.
Now watch this. There's a third ally there you got to throw, and it's a guy that runs a company called X. And that
Elon
third
Musk.
ally is Elon Musk.
Weird.
The interesting with Elon Musk is, that's kind of weird, is Elon is not necessarily a Trump guy.
Not at all.
Elon originally was a DeSantis guy that they hosted the first, what do you call it?
His first announcement.
Spaces with DeSantis.
Twitter
It was
Spaces,
broken,
correct.
and then they did it again, and he had to switch to David Sachs's account instead of his. And then recently, just a couple days ago, Rob, if you can find this, Elon comments in a tweet about Vivek saying this is a formidable candidate. So he kind of went off of DeSantis, and he...
Sorry, I just had to make, I didn't want to pause it so fast, but I hope one day I never have one of these producer jobs, because you're just there like, okay, keep the audio, and then randomly we're like, okay, pull this up. Pull what up? Can you give a bit more information? Like, what do you want me to pull up again? Like the guys are checking the audio. Okay, the feed is good. All right, things are looking good. Let's continue. Can you pull up that Robert? What? Who's Robert?
No, man, this is, I mean, this is good. I mean, at least they're on the same topic, but sometimes he's like, you know, goes from topic to topic, and he's like, so then I was with Andrew Tate that time that I gave the Quran to the other guy, not Andrew Tate, and then we were, can you pull that up, Johnny? Can you pull? And then Johnny's like, I was playing Angry Birds. I really did. I wasn't listening. I don't know which Andrew?
No, you really have to be attentive at any moment.
No, I was very dismissive of this podcast producer
no,
job. The more you talk, the more you look
have to be on your
surreal.
toes.
It's like you're dancing
moment.
with the devil under the moonlight.
went on Vivek.
Shifting, yep.
Just yesterday. We're talking 24, 48 hours. So that's kind of an interesting shift he's making. And then his mentor, a guy that he goes to for advice, Larry Ellison, just a few days ago gave $20 million to Tim Scott.
Waste of money.
So far, what's happening is they're showing it's anything but Trump from Elon and his peers, but Tucker is pro-Trump, and it's being done on X. Mm-hmm. And Tucker and his team, you know, they go 5 minutes live before
gangster move.
Before Fox shows the debate. How much you think going 5 minutes before got them to get more people watching them first? Because the moments you start watching it, you're hooked. You forgot about the GOP debate, and you got stuck with watching Tucker. I thought it was a very good point you made, Rob, earlier with this angle and the timing. That was very impressive. How much you think that played on people watching Tucker and Trump first?
Well, I can tell you, for me, that's exactly what I did. I watched the entire Tucker and then switched over at about 9:42. And then Fox was really smart, because what they did is they timed it out so that when Tucker and Trump ended, they went to commercial break. And what did they come back with? The question of, would you stand by the president if he is indicted?
Yeah. But so mind you, we were there, so we didn't have an option. But I saw people all inside the arena, Pat, like this, watching on their phones. and then ours started. People, they took out a lot. I'm gonna say 30-40% of the people were just like, nah, we're not gonna watch Fox, and we're gonna go.
Let me tell you, there's certain candidates on that stage. I mean, everyone for that matter, but certainly some of the people at the end, the Asa Hutchinsons of the world, or even my guy Doug Burgum and whoever. You should be thanking God
That's a good
that
point.
Trump and sucking all the oxygen out of the room did not show up to that debate. And if he was, none of those people had time talking. I don't give a shit. Asa Hutchinson, get your ass out of here. He looks like Mike Pence's dad. You're lucky we even know his name today. Because if Trump was on that stage, none of those people would be talking about them. Maybe Vivek a little bit.
Yep.
And it'd be interesting to see eventually when Vivek and Trump share a stage, you can't do the Trump ass kissing in front of Trump when he's just going to basically Vivek Ramaswampy, he's from the swamp creature.
Yeah.
Let's see how that plays out. But these guys should all be thanking their lucky stars that Trump didn't show up and just dominate all those people last night. Because that's what would have happened.
And let's be honest, which I don't think I'd ever be able to do what they did. You're up there. You already know you have all technically lost. You're all fighting for the number 2 spot. Right, that's
or
all that was.
Cabinet position,
cabinet position or whatever. And I get the politics side of it, but that was an audition for the vice president. And that moment when he was like, "All right, who's cool with Trump?" And Vivek was like, "I'm in."
Rob, and we're going to go through a lot of these clips, both the Trump and Tucker one as well as the debate. Rob, if you can tell us the poll, what did the poll end up? It got a few thousand votes. I'm curious to know where we're at right now with the poll. 4,600 votes. 53% watched the Tucker Trump. 47% watched Fox GOP, and it doesn't look like it's changing. I think that's the lead. So, by the way,
kind of
brilliant move, which means the next debate will be September 27th at what do you call it? Reagan Library. Yes, Reagan Library, which should be an interesting one to either attend or we'll do it here. We'll do a live podcast outside of Reagan Library. I don't know, because it's 2 minutes away from where I used to live. I've been there many times. So,
pause.
But
just a quick interesting fact. Reagan Library noted for having the best coloring books among the presidential library. It's just amazing. It's fantastic.
It's like PBD spent
all kinds of animals.
But that was a wise couple of minutes by the political analysis there.
Oh, I 100% agree. No, I was just taking that shot at Reagan. That was for our plus 50 audience.
when you look at this, so what's Tucker going to do September 27th? Because Trump's probably going to be on stage. So you got to think about who Tucker's going to be having September 27th. I got a whole idea of what I think's going on with Tucker, Trump, and Elon. We were on a flight back with a...
Question though is, in this whole video, they really go from the beginning off the assumption that Musk doesn't like Trump. Or but it's not that explicit and clear to me that
they don't say Musk doesn't like Trump. They say Musk, well, he's not necessarily a Trump guy, and I think they're right.
Yeah, but he doesn't mind him, and
no, for sure.
Yeah, he's not combative towards him.
For the first time in my life, I think I figured out an election to an extent. I feel a bit, but then again, you feel that every day. But the next day, you're like, "Oh, I was 80." Anyway, I feel like definitely you have the David Sachs and Musk and all these people who are basically they want interest rates to be, they want the free money they've been getting, from the central bank. And then you got they are pretty much shifting all their supports to the Republican Party, it seems, and they are betting on Trump or anybody, but they prefer somebody else because Trump is too independent. Then you got, I think, Democrats who are completely become like a security state, and you got these two types of elites, I think, competing in this election. But I do think Musk or David Sachs types, they would prefer somebody besides Trump, because I think they think Trump is too independent and too racist for their liking, perhaps.
Not too racist, hard to control. Whereas DeSantis or someone, maybe they think, there we go, we can have this guy on our side for the next 3 decades, and that would be great.
Yeah, that's DeSantis is probably one of the closest things to Reagan in many ways. He's such an empty vessel. There's nothing to him, really. And Reagan was also a governor. Like he's just a, okay, power.
Yeah.
How, I wanna be in that position. Really, I want the president. I don't care if you tell me what to do, I'll do it. So yeah,
But
I don't
Elon
know. I
fucked
think
up. DeSantis is the funny thing is DeSantis kind of like when they
yeah,
talk
he's
about
such eager.
DeSantis's
He's such a eager
launch, the launch that he did on Twitter and the Twitter platform didn't work
MySpace.
well. It's like DeSantis kind of took the blame for making the decision of doing it on Elon Musk's Twitter platform. And Elon Musk
Rightly
doesn't
so.
get so much of the blame. So it's funny. So it like double backfired
Well,
on him kind
no,
of. So
but
he's also like responsible for like the technical issues and the incompetence of Twitter. I mean, of course I get it. It was his decision to launch it there, but it's like Trump I feel like Elon is like kind of everybody's like, yeah, whatever happens, but when it comes to him, they hold him accountable for that. So he got
I
like
feel like
double fucked.
I mean, I feel like Elon has done so much other shit that this is just a drop in a sea. But yeah, I mean, his decision. But that was like, I feel like that was such an idiotic thing for, like, you are running your campaign. Like, it's like, why would you give that to Elon? It was, I don't know. I feel like Elon owed him there a bit, kind of like, come man, let's, you're running for president. Let's launch it on my shitty new thing that I don't know how to use really.
Yeah.
I got logged out. I think I went with my new device. So let's go on David Sax's device. Like, it's ridiculous. It's just, it was so.
If like
I don't know.
Elon Musk was a bit more competent in that kind of thing, I mean, he could have been a gamble that paid off, but it was an unnecessary risk. He could have launched it normally, and then the next week came and done the live thing with Musk.
I mean, man,
so yeah, it was just a bit too risky, too risky of a move. But again, he would have thought that, okay, you own a big platform, at the very least you have 5G, right? Like, I mean, you wouldn't think that you have to ask someone like does the Twitter headquarters have good internet or not? You think you would assume that he do.
Dial-up? What do you mean dial-up?
To be fair, these are not things
oh my God,
think you had to check.
Ron DeSantis, can you imagine Ron DeSantis and his team coming to Elon Musk's place because he doesn't own a house, I don't know, whatever it is, and then he's like, okay guys, we're gonna launch it, let me just connect to internet, and he just clicks something and it just starts going
seriously,
guys, it's just connecting to the internet, let it
I can imagine they were like, okay, we assumed that this multi-billionaire with his platform could run a video. It's been done.
No, and Ron DeSantis is terminally online, and sadly his algorithm has been completely taken over by Joe Rogan type of stuff. So I think he genuinely thinks Elon Musk like is a genius or something. Like, he thinks he's genuinely like smart. I assume that's the only thing that makes me think he made that decision. But play some more. This is really good video from them until it
one
gets
of our
the ally
guy that was on the fly
back
right now. We just jumped on a fly. We're talking about what's going on here. I have a speculation on what I think is going on with Tucker, Trump, and Elon. I'll say it right now until we can go into some of the other topics. You see, what's going on right now is alliances are being built. Okay, just like in social media, when you're creating content, or just like when you're building a real estate business or an insurance business, or you're creating running for office, or you want to go make movies, you'll see alliances. Adam Sandler has a whole crew of alliances. Him, Rob Schneider. How many times do they keep doing movies over and over and over and over again? Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. First they do that one dancing, then Silver Lining, then this, and then the next one. So it's like Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, Jon Favreau,
all those guys.
See, these are alliances. By the way, it's brilliant to build these alliances. It's very, very smart because strength in numbers. It's the reason why LeBron, in his legacy, Michael forever will be known as he had the best team. Kobe will be known as he had the best team as this era. LeBron will never be known as having the best team because it was Golden State that built the dynasty because it was strength in numbers. Okay. So
he just mentioned everything out there.
11, according to my count, 10 or 11 different types of alliance. And going through those types of alliance, first he mentioned
Some of them are not alliances. I mean, like,
no. Insurance business, real estate. I don't know if business partnerships are counting as alliances. That's first of all. Then he mentions Adam Sandler, and those are his friends, man. They're not his allies. Like,
and then he went to
and Adam
team
Sandler
sports. And like, okay, you need to have 5 people in basketball. You can't play it alone. So no, but
he starts going to comedy duos, like famously, like a lot of comedy duos hated each other, like, and it's like it's a comedy double act. No, it's I mean, I guess in a very, very technical sense, Google alliance definition, see what comes up. I guess maybe in a very
and with the sports team, I kind of get what you're saying. You say like, they built a good team, but I mean, then it's a complete out of alliance.
Definition. No, put alliance definition.
Yeah.
It's too many. Yeah.
A union formed for mutual benefit, especially between countries.
I guess.
A relationship.
I guess
okay, so everything's an alliance. I mean, in this.
Kamir, we are having a nice alliance, right? We've been having an alliance going, and
but it's not
really just stupid.
But it's not giving the benefits that PBD promised.
No, these alliances. We need. I think it's because we don't ally ourselves with more people. Maybe. That's the problem. We are not open to more alliances. Did you see how open he is to all kinds of alliances?
But I love his movie things. His movie things are so funny because he goes to movies he always brings up a movie or refers to a movie, but the same, just like such a funny. He's like, what's that movie? The one where like the boat sinks. It's famous. Titanic. Yeah, that one. Like
the boat sinks.
That one you can see Leonardo, who's a beautiful man, by the way. A very good looking guy.
By the way, we were just taking our guys to Bahamas last week. How many times this motherfuckers go to Bahamas? Every time he's talking, we were just taking our guys to Bahamas last week. We were just going to Hawaii last Sunday. Oh, God damn it. Play a bit more.
On the debate, when there was a break, I was watching the break more than I was watching the debate because I was watching to see during the break who was going and talking to who. It was very interesting dynamics. I think there's an interesting alliance being built with Tucker, Trump, and Elon Musk. And let me kind of share with you. I've talked about this before on camera, off camera, but I'll give you more and more what's going on today. When I think about Tucker, I'm seeing by the way, I'm 20% where I'm at with this. I'm purely speculating, but it's a strong 20% that I think I'm right, but 80% chance I'm wrong. Okay?
Fair enough.
Here's what I think's going on. I think Tucker, I don't think he cares to be a billionaire. I don't think he cares to be Rupert Murdoch. I don't think he cares to be...
He already is.
Roger Ailes, not the dirty side, but I'm talking about from the side of where he's a king builder. I don't think he's a king maker. I think he's a king. That's how he views himself. I don't think he wants to go out there and be Rush Limbaugh. I don't think he's trying to break the record of being better than, more viewers than all these other guys. Here's what I think is going on. And there's wisdom in what he's doing if this is what he's doing. Netanyahu, Zelensky, Churchill were all journalists before. They got a lot of eyeballs, and they did it at a time without social media. And then when they ran, they won. Now, Zelensky had social media, but the other two didn't have social media when they won.
Wait, I didn't even register. Neither Zelensky was an actor, no? Oh,
yeah.
And Netanyahu was a politician from a young age.
Yeah, sure. So
what is he talking about?
Wait. He's talking about if you want to be a real successful politician, just like Shah Ismail and Sarkozy and Marie Le Pen and Boris Johnson, you have to stand up against the bad people. What are you doing, man? Why you're putting way? PBD has not put half much thought into this.
But why did he pick those guys? Because there are a lot of people who were
came to his head. Because he remembered those names. So he went with Zelensky, Churchill, and Netanyahu. That's what he went with. because they came to his head right then. That's why. Don't think about it any more than that.
No,
Cameo.
it can't be
Please
nonsense
stop.
to that extent.
It is complete
You
nonsense.
can find a lot of like,
Come here.
journalists who became president. Like that, there is a trend in that. You know, I mean, such a thing exists. But he went and picked the three. I don't know about Churchill.
Churchill was.
Yeah, maybe
Churchill
I don't
was
know
a
about
journalist.
Churchill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Churchill was a journalist. And Netanyahu may have been, but I mean, nonsense. Come, yeah.
I think what he's doing is DeSantis could have done the same thing, but DeSantis was smart. Didn't make a wise move. If DeSantis would have gone and would have said, you know what, I'm going to stay governor of Florida. Trump's going to do what Trump's going to do. And I'm going to gain the MAGA vote because I'm going to support him. Then I'm going to run in 2028, and Trump's going to come and endorse me, and all of MAGA is going to follow me as voters.
That's
the tough part with MAGA voters, they're not going to flip.
DeSantis
You know how
fucked
most
up.
people, they'll flip and they'll go from one person to another camp, and they'll be like, as long as it's blue. MAGA's not like that. MAGA's like, you disrespected Trump, I'm done with you.
Yep.
It's a very
loyal.
By the way, whether you like it or not, you can bitch about it all you want. You have to be strategic.
Yeah.
I think Tucker sees this and he's saying, who are the two most powerful people I should align myself with? Musk, social media, politics, Trump. What if I win both of them over? They don't necessarily like each other. Trump, what do you call it? Musk doesn't go out there saying, I'm going to vote for Trump. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how much Trump trusts Elon, but Tucker's the wisdom one in the middle. He says, I'm going to sit here. Every video, I don't know how much money he's making off Twitter, but you know what's sometimes worth more than money you make on Twitter? A retweet from Elon Musk. Okay. So you get every video of yours, Elon Musk retweets and puts interesting, and then all of a sudden gives you 100 million views because of its followership, 150. What is that worth to you? All the money in the world. So watch this. Let me fast forward to 2026. 2027, prediction time. Okay. Next thing you know,
PBD.
Trump, let's just say he thinks Trump's going to win office. Let's just say, whether he does or not. Trump wins, Trump loses. It doesn't matter to Tucker because Tucker wins whether Trump wins or loses. Because he's shown loyalty to who? To Trump.
Trump, big time.
And he's winning over Tucker, winning over Elon. So here's a question. How many followers does Tucker have right now on Twitter?
Before he gets into that nonsense thing, I think the point that before he gets into this nonsense thing of followers and I think it's his point that Tucker wants to run for president in 4 years.
I don't know. I really don't know what his point is, man.
If that's his point, that's a half decent. Do you think Tucker would run?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's a half decent point, although he didn't complete it there. I thought he completes that. And after, I think we're going to watch the whole thing. But after that, I think he goes into, I don't think he kind of finishes that point. But
no,
if that's his point, that's a decent one.
Yeah, I think he's right. It's just the way he makes his point is so funny the way that. Now here's the question. Now again, here's the question. But then Ron DeSantis says, "Should I kill the professor or should I go ahead with this?" But yeah, I think he's saying Tucker is trying to make good with Trump and Elon to like keep them both on his side for his future.
But also because
prospects.
It's like that, but also it is what works right now with his audience as well. So it's also like, even if you forgot about the future, it's good if you can, for like the audience and everything that he has, to have Trump, of course, and then Elon Musk as well. So
I think, to be honest, Elon Musk is much more of a choice.
About what?
Choice.
Yes. No,
Tucker,
Trump. Yeah.
Tucker can turn his audience against Elon very easily.
100%.
I don't think. Yeah, but Trump is not really.
No,
that's
100%.
You can't go against Trump. So that, I think, I don't think Elon.
Yeah. Elon Musk has, if anything, lost a lot of people who were like diehard crazy fans over him. I think that would be my guess.
All the liberals who used to love him in California. But besides that,
even the Republican, I don't think they're that attached to him. Like if something happens,
no. Yeah, he's the Tesla guy. He's the electric car. But
but Trump, you're right. That's a good point. He's much less of a choice. I mean, that can be suicidal, turning against Trump, even for someone like Tucker.
That is suicidal, even for someone. Yeah, that's.
But can you go look up how many followers?
You don't have.
Tucker has on Twitter. How many followers does Tucker have on Twitter? Go look up to it. 9.7 million. When he went to Twitter, I think he was at 6 million. 5.5 million, 6 million. So he's already gained about 4 million followers. As a matter of fact, go on Social Blade and type in Tucker Carlson. Go to Twitter first.
Yeah.
Go to Twitter. Yeah, right. Go to Twitter and type in Tucker Carlson.
Poor guys, like,
And they got to be
waiting
together.
for it
No,
to
they gotta be
load.
together. Yeah, there you go.
Wait.
Tucker Carlson. Watch this. Go up and see his
another
followership on a
website.
day-to-day basis. Oh, shit. Okay, there you go.
Social Blade.
Zoom in. Look at that retweet yesterday with Trump. How many followers I got in one day? 210,000 followers in one day. So what is that worth to you to get that kind of followership on a daily basis? There is not a price tag on this, so let's play a game. How many followers do you think Tucker's going to have by
God damn it.
end of
Now we're gonna
2026 if it goes at this pace? So for the next 2 years, 3 years, Elon retweets every one of his videos. He gets these eyeballs. He gets the biggest names in the world to interview. How many followers do you think Elon will have on Twitter by the beginning of 2027, January of 2027? What do you think?
Tucker Carlson?
Tucker Carlson, not Elon. Tucker.
50 million.
Is it fair to say he'll be at 50 million, give or
Where
take?
is he now?
9.7 million.
10. Let's say 10. I say 50 more, maybe more.
Okay. Let's say,
Let's say it's 25 even.
okay, let's say 25 to
I
50
don't think
million.
they
yeah,
understand.
even
how
these
popularity
guys
works.
had to stop. They were like, no, bro, I think PBD, this one thing, there's no way
No,
that's
that-
true.
look,
That's
you
not
know
how
this
it
is
works.
the-
I mean,
Like,
PBD actually gave a good
think
little
PBD
disclaimer. He said if it continues at this rate, but then he kind of ignored his own little disclaimer. And like, yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah, but that's
there are just
never-
not
like,
that many
that's-
Americans out there
Man, this is-
for it to
Yeah, it's just-
there's just like a population limit issue. For him.
Yeah, I don't think this is, by the way, this is how capitalism sort of works in the beginning as well. If you just add and add and add, but there's a limitation. of
There's
resources.
unfortunately.
Like we don't have like that much land. Seriously, we don't. We
Yeah.
just don't.
We have a lot of land, yes, a lot of things, but to that extent,
Not
I don't
that
know.
we can't just dabble everything with every tweet. It doesn't work like it's just that was so funny. I think PBD has a bit of an engineer's brain there. He doesn't have the
But
you know what
hey,
I mean? Like he
but
thought
who
it's
are
a
we? You know,
factory. Like
I guess he
put
knows how it
one
works.
yeah, man. Like we shouldn't. I mean, I don't even wanna. Yeah, I don't wanna challenge this successful man. He's too successful. You feel bad.
But I think this one was so off that even the other guys were like, "Nah, okay, let's say 25, which is like half of the estimate. The other guy was saying like 15. He was like being very conservative.
15. I thought he said. Oh,
Yeah, I
did
think
he
he
say
went another
15?
15. I'm joking.
Go. Yeah,
Whatever the
alright,
numbers.
play,
25 low,
Whatever.
50 million high. If you're in that range, you're automatically
25
one of the
low.
most followed, influential people in America, in the world. And guess who's retweeting you? Musk.
Sure.
Now you announce, look, rumor has it, Tucker's thinking about running. No, I'm not going to be running. This is not what I want to do. America needs me. I'll run. MAGA's loyal to him. Elon's loyal to him. Walk in the park. Now Elon's got an ally in the White House for 8 years.
Wow.
Can you visually see that becoming a reality?
By the way, you're 20%, dude. I'm at like 90% right now. Like the way that you just spelled it out.
on the fly.
The way that you just spelled it out right there, it's so funny because we started off this conversation with the enemy and my enemy as my friend. These two are in alignment at this point. They are congruent at this point, Trump and Tucker. It was not so long ago. Matter of fact, it was January 4th of 2021 when the leaked text of Tucker came out. This was right before January 6th, the day of infamy, right? He said, I'm fed up with Trump. All right, this is obviously before the Dominion lawsuit. He says, quote unquote, I'm done with Trump. We are very close for being able to ignore him. Speaking of Trump, on most nights, I truly can't wait. I hate him passionately. I can't handle much more of him. This is your friend, your boy, Tucker Carlson talking about Trump. It's funny how things change over time. You know, how Joe Rogan was just voting for Bernie. Now he's an alt-right guy. It's like things happen, certainly during COVID, so quickly, so vehemently. Things change so fast that all of a sudden that you're in full-on alignment. Now think about what's happened with Trump and Tucker over the last 12 months. the Murdochs have come out and basically said, we're done with Trump. I mean, they've explicitly pretty much done that, right? You know, after Roger Ailes died, they were just like, all right, gloves off, we're done. And then they fired Tucker after the Dominion lawsuit. There's some allegations they needed a head to roll. He was the top head. So now you have Tucker, who's a man on an island. He can do whatever he wants.
Saying?
There's another good friend of mine that extended a $100 million offer to him. He didn't need that money, but we don't need to go there.
Yep.
Allegedly, his wife's got money too.
He's inherited a shitload of money.
You got Trump, and I just to kind of put it all in there, it's setting himself up perfectly for 2028. Let's say Trump wins or even loses, whatever it is. Who arguably would be the next man up? Not Don Jr., not DeSantis. DeSanctimonious. He wasn't loyal. Vivek is an absolute beast. Absolute beast. I think if he ran as a Democrat, that guy would be the next Obama.
100%.
It's very hard to get a brown, skinny Hindu kid elected when you got the evangelical base on the right. I've said that a million times. I think he's an absolute beast. That's just going to be tough. I think Tucker will slide right in, Pat, and do exactly what you said. I'm shocked that you think it's only 20% because the way that you outlined it, dude, very high likelihood.
What a move, though.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I was Tucker's advisor, I'd be like, definitely do not take this absolutely unnecessary risk, because you just, life sometimes doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
oh, I'm
why
popular as a media guy and all this. Okay, let me go become president. Next thing you know, you don't get 2% of votes. I mean, I know he's way too popular for that, but it's a risky thing to do.
That would be the best case scenario, man. The worst case scenario would be becoming the president.
Oh,
and
shit. Then
and then what the fuck?
No.
Shit.
I'd like
I
to
have
call
to
in
do
sick.
things?
I have a doctor's note.
I really do not want to go to Israel right now. I do have no intention. It's the worst thing that could happen to your life. Yeah, so yeah, I think he would be a dumbass.
Yeah.
Especially first of all, he can stay in media forever doing this and earn a lot of money, not to mention that his family, his wife, family, and him are super rich. And even if he goes to politics, he can become a senator for a state and just disappear in the background forever and earn
No, let's
money.
say president. I mean, senator is
No, I'm just saying senator. You can become a senator in the background is much safer than becoming a president. Why would you go to the executive? Are you crazy? No. Don't.
What if someone filibusters or something, and then you have to stay there for 8 hours? I would resign right there. Or can you leave?
Only work yeah, you can leave. The filibuster person has to stay, and the speaker or something, you can leave. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. You can not show up, man. They're on vacation 9 months of the year. It's amazing. Yeah. It's the best job in the world. That and European Parliament member. These two jobs are just the best.
What a move! Because what do they say when LeBron teamed up with Wade and Bosch? What do they call that? They call the big three. This is the ultimate three.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God,
guys, this is the ultimate three. Okay, ultimate. Elon, Trump,
ultimate
and Tucker. Holy freaking moly! Elon, Tucker, and Trump. And by the way, without Elon necessarily supporting Trump, because I think in Elon's mind, again. When you're going up against a opponent or somebody you're trying to study, you want to know motives, right? You want to know motives. You want to see what they're going to be doing. I think Elon, listen, if he wants to go compete with his enemies, who are his enemies?
His
Google,
accent sometimes
Facebook,
is so Iranian.
Amazon, anybody else that's going to be in his, in his way of wanting to build
Jeff
Twitter,
Bezos,
some of these guys.
Blue Origin.
Can you imagine if he helps Tucker get in there in 5 years and then Tucker's on his team for 8 years? I mean, listen, you're officially like SpaceX. The amount of battery machines to put worldwide, the deals with other countries. Elon's thinking about, 10, 20 years. Elon's not thinking, everybody's thinking 1 year, short term. Elon's thinking 20 years. He needs in-house, Anyways, so I think, so if we pick our winner.
Man, the way PBD's brain works is just fascinating. what
brain is
things that
amazing.
he.
But man, I was just thinking though, his accent just got really
Yeah.
Iranian there, and it reminded me. He just reminds me of my like aunt's husbands and that type of thing. Like who were in America like most of their lives, and they're all like and then Elon comes here. And then maybe, we go to a room and and then we have a discussion and joins Tucker. And then you have, the deals you can make, man, everywhere. You can go anywhere. You can go China, Hong Kong, LA, Hawaii, deal. So it's just the exact same. I've heard this conversation
Oh,
before.
it's
I swear to
terrific.
God. It's just-
Should we
He's so impressed by Elon.
finish this a bit? Now it's dying down. I'm kind of really fiending for some reason. I really feeling for the Snow White video for some reason.
Yeah, let's
It's
just
just 3
finish
minutes.
it
Yeah.
because it's so short. Yeah, let's finish it.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Biden and Elon Musk have zero relationship.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zero
I don't think
relationship.
Biden
Yeah.
knows if
Zero-
he's even
zero
alive.
chance they
But Pat,
meet.
does that worry you
He
at
only
all?
meets
That
with
type of
us.
alliance. Let's say Tucker's motive is what? Tucker really cares about the country because I don't care what
Zero.
like Elon Musk. What will you think his motive?
No, I don't have any. I don't. I'm not saying this based on a negative or a positive.
Okay.
The message on what I'm giving is the following: in life, it's your job to build strong alliances. Either contribute up or lift bottom up. So you're either pushing or pulling. Okay. In some situations, I'm a push. In some situations, I'm a pull. Okay. For example, on the podcast, said maybe I'm a pull. I'm playing the role of a
my
pull.
uncle.
But in other situations, with people that I'm giving advice to or counsel to behind
Sammy,
closed doors,
listen.
that maybe it's not public information, I'm
Sometimes-
playing a push. And I would say I would do this or I would do that. Your job is to be a great flag carrier up, and you have to be a supporter down. Okay, that's the ultimate job. What you got to do.
What distinguish between the push and the
Okay, so for example, a flag, like for example, if I'm part of, like some people don't want to represent a team, that they will never, they only represent who? Themselves. Look, it's dumb.
Yeah.
It's why it's dumb? Because you have to do all the legwork. You have to do it's all on you. If you screw up, it's on you. Go be a solo person. See if you do it better solo. Some people, well, Tucker went solo. No, he did not. Trust me, Tucker's not solo. Tucker made a deal with Elon to get retweets on every video he puts up. That's not solo. Tucker went and became Elon's flag carrier, is what Tucker did.
With no pay, too, Pat.
You think Charlie Kirk is solo? No.
Hell no.
He's a flag carrier and push-pull. You can go up and talk about any of the stuff that are bitter doing it
don't
all by
understand the
themselves.
push-pull.
They're even
The Charlie Kirk part, that's where I thought, like, is he talking like the fact that Charlie Kirk has like video editors and producers? Because he
No,
doesn't
people
mention who
back
is
him financially, I guess, and that includes those. But I don't understand. As Adam
He
said,
has
can you
HR
distinguish?
and cleaning person comes at 5 o'clock. I'm like,
And this is the push-pull carrier. This is the push-pull effect.
sometimes he
How
orders
is
an
this
Uber.
push-pull effect when you order Uber? What is this push-pull effect? Play more.
I'm
than
glad that guy
clarify.
asked him to clarify that
Yeah,
because I
Adam
needed him.
was- Can you what is the which part is the push? Which part is the pull? We need to,
Their
with the part
dynamic
you
is so
ordered.
funny because those two guys look like at the same time there is co-host / student. They're like co-hosting with him / like learning because he's so wise. So it's just like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
hilarious genius thing they have going on. I have to give it to
Whatever.
eventually going to have a
Adam is teacher assistant,
Yeah,
like
dude.
the professor's assistant.
But he
The
still has
other
a lot to
two-
learn. He knows he's humble.
Yeah,
He knows he has a
he's
long
good.
way to go.
But he's smart enough to ask
Yeah.
for clarification.
Yeah, I know.
Can you between the pull
With
and
all
the
due
push,
respect,
PBD. PBD. Listen, Adam June. When you pull is when Charlie has HR backs him up. You
When
see,
you push,
when he
that's
goes to
like
China,
Michael Jordan
that's
going
when
for
he's
a jog.
aggressive.
Okay.
That's aggressive. You see, you have Tucker go for the throat.
Go for
I don't know what the hell is. He got so Iranian there. Did you see the neck swinging there? Like the Iranians. Listen.
A wall they hit. You're going to have a wall. And then they're going to say the following lines. You ready for the lines? I'm being shadow banned. No, you're not. I'm being, I think I'm being this. No, you're not. You're just not. You're just solo. And you don't have anybody that has your back. Guess what? When somebody went after Joe Rogan, guess who's got his back? Dana White, Spotify. Joe is not running by himself. Guess who's got Dana's back when he was running by himself? Trump. Trump got him a place to go fight.
Yep.
This thing about wanting to be solo is amateurish, and it just means you have massive ego, and you think you don't need anybody. It's pathetic to be. And by the way, we've all been there before. But to each his own. When it comes down to competition, you got to build alliances. You have.
I mean, fair enough. Having people who support you is good, but I mean, Jesus Christ.
No, but you know who is he talking? He's got his specific targets in mind, man. He's not an idiot.
No, for sure he's not an idiot. I would never say he's an idiot. That's
no. He's no, but you know who he has in mind specifically? Can you guess? From the videos we've seen, I thought you might be able to guess.
So who? Okay, so in terms of audience or like famous, like powerful people?
No, somebody powerful and famous he has in mind specifically, and he's criticizing him for not building alliances and staying above the fray, as they say.
Give me 1 second. It's not DeSantis, right? He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Oh,
he does.
Think so?
He loves him, man. Go watch all the videos from him, especially from 6 months ago, or even now when he was on Joe Rogan recently. He was like, DeSantis, we were talking to him and his wife on the policy stuff. Genius. Maybe not at marketing, but he moved to Florida and he's like, I've moved 1,000% to Florida. So many people I talked to, how amazing Ron DeSantis has done in Florida. But like him, Charlie Kirk and stuff, they really, there's another guy, they really like the Ron DeSantis guy. Sager loves him because he's the, free market policy.
Which I can see why, man. And the other day you have convinced me, you gave some really good arguments. But again, if there was no Trump, this would be the DeSantis show, not to that extent. But he'd be leading easily the Republican.
Right now he would be leading, but I don't know if he would be a lead. I don't know if you remember, but what's his name? The Texas governor, Rick Perry, used to lead.
Rick Perry was Rick Perry was way too stupid, man. He was nowhere. I don't know. He was nowhere near as. I mean, Rick Perry, like he would say three things.
You think Ron DeSantis is better? Rick Perry was Rick Perry
I think he's better and more successful. Rick Perry
was I don't think so. Rick Perry had a cabinet job in Trump's administration, man. What are you talking? He got the energy department, one of the best. If you're at, if you're corrupt enough, it's one of the best.
With floor, I don't know.
My point being that you can be the leading candidate when you're, everybody thought Rick Perry is going to be the third, I suppose, George Bush.
Yeah.
But then he fizzled out. So I can understand maybe Ron DeSantis without Trump would have been the leading candidate now, but he's so incompetent. I don't know if he would have been able to.
I don't see why you particularly think he's so incompetent compared to, the people that, do these things and run for president.
I think I guess maybe I have such contempt for him because he's such a reactionary in a very definitional sense of the word. He just goes online, sees, okay, what's online, and I'm gonna react to that. So it's just,
I don't know. I don't see him as that much of a dumbass.
Good point. Fair enough. No, I can see your point too. When I see that behavior, I feel like that's not the material that is gonna be, it's just when somebody's so online, okay, that's popular online, I'm gonna react to it one way or the other.
But it worked in Florida. Florida's real life. It worked in real life.
Florida is real life. Are you gonna stand by that?
Yeah, of course.
Florida is real life.
It's unfortunately as real as it gets.
Your voice just went down.
No.
Your voice just went down 10 volts.
No, unfortunately, it is as real as life gets. Unfortunately, we might not like it, but it's
I
as
don't
real
know
as
how
life
you're
gets.
I mean, with global warming, to be honest, it does feel like increasingly everywhere is becoming like the heat from like it's spreading. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, I mean, I can see the points to your argument. It's just a gut feeling, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go.
Can't.
Let's go to the Cinderella video after I make. After I
Snow
just want
White.
to tell you one Snow White, one hilarious thing. I don't know if you remember
Karen,
this.
you're mixing up characters now.
I know. I don't want these guys. That other guy's gonna beat
They
me
would
up. The
be
guy who
offended.
does the
You
PBDs.
racist. They all look the same to you, huh? The Disney princesses.
We
They all
made
look
this
the
side
same.
gag.
The Sleeping Beauty, Snow White.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know anything about them. But man, I don't know if you remember, but there's this Seinfeld episode where George's parents decide to also move to Florida, to Boca State. That's where they stay. And Jerry's parents find out. And they're like, we're not going there. And then George's dad at the very end calls Jerry's dad, tell him, we're going there. He's like, we're gonna be at the pool. We're gonna be at the country club.
You're gonna be in the canteen.
That's one of the best things ever. I love
Jesus. Yeah.
But okay, let's go to
the same monsters
7 Snow Whites or whatever it is.
7 Snow Whites. That's a porn movie. But the same monsters that used to run the world from New York, London, and other places have now moved to Florida and have banded together to destroy the world. So maybe you're right.
I'm curious to check it out.